Slaughterhouse. How did the beef with Slaughterhouse happen?
Man, nah, for real, because it's like me and Joe had like a lingering thing, right? It started.
Still to this day.
No. We
Okay.
good now. But it started from a comment that he had made to Gloria Velez about me, right? Because me and Gloria, we did like a photo shoot a long time ago together. It was kind of a like erotic photo shoot in a hot. You know what I'm saying, like, so
you lucky motherfucker. No, because you gotta admit, back in the day, man, she was up there. You know what I mean? Like,
right. So look, Joe was dealing with her prior to that, right?
right.
So this nigga did some funny shit. So this is like the photo shoot was in Midtown somewhere. So I got to the shoot, and I ain't gonna lie, you know how motherfuckers are, man. I start hitting push-ups and shit. She in the other room, I'm hitting push-ups. I get my flex on real quick. I'm like, let me get my swole on real quick before the shit. So, so look, so Joe in there, he like, yo, he looking at me and shit. He like, man, I usually could do that. I could do that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. Let me bang this shit out. I'll bang my shit out. So after the shoot, you know, he get on like a DVD sometime after that, and he's like kind of, I'm not gonna say he's interviewing her, but maybe he was interviewing her. But he said some slick shit. He like, yo, so what's this I hear that, you know, something going on between you and J Hood? Like the way he said it, just like that. Though. He was like you and J Hood. She like, what? She's like, nigga, that's the homie. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what type of shit you on, man? You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? You know what I mean? Like, why would he say that? So I seen him like at a club after that, and I asked him, I'm like, yo, fam, what the fuck was that about, man? He's like, nah, that wasn't nothing. And then after that, I kept bumping into him and shit like that, and it wasn't nothing crazy. But then, like, as soon as they did this was before Slaughterhouse, but then years later, he got with these dudes, they formed the Slaughterhouse thing, and for some odd reason, they would do interviews, and whenever certain things came up, my name would come up sporadically type of shit. And they would try to make me the butt of their jokes for some reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is this coming from? So all right, so I forgot exactly what happened, but I end up saying something about Joe on like a DVD one time after that. And I don't know if it was Crooked Eye who said something after that, or if it was Royce, but it was one of them, or either both of them.
I think it was Royce, right? He said something on Twitter. Was it?
Nah, he actually did a diss record, right?
Okay.
One of his little mans or something. He said some slick shit. So I had made a little fake response. And then me and Royce spoke on Twitter. He said some shit. Because people used to, like, this is the thing with Twitter. This is going back to the fans, man.
Baiting people into saying shit.
Like they saying shit to him, like, yo, Royce, I heard you got to join with Hood. He like, man, like, stop playing. They joking around and shit like that. But somebody tagged me in the shit, right? So,
yo, that's wild. You know they got beef, and you saying, yo, I heard you guys got a record together.
People crazy, bro. So this how crazy people on Twitter is, man. Twitter used to be litter than what it is right now. You know what I mean? Well, it ain't Twitter no more. It's X. But all right, so somebody added me in and shit, and I forgot what I said to Royce. I said something to him, and you know, I kind of like the exchange that we had. It was kind of like a funny but honest exchange, man. I'm like, because first and foremost, look, man. At no point did I ever like think that they were whack. You know what I mean? I actually always thought that they were very lyrical. And some of the people that were keeping lyricism alive in the game, I always viewed them that way, right? So I don't know if this was before or after, because I ended up bumping into Joe at a strip club during that whole time that we were like doing the exchange thing.
Right? Oh, was this the story that you told on your page?
Story. That's a fact. So matter of fact, yeah. So let me tell you this story, right? So there's a strip club called the Key Club in the Bronx. It's I don't know if it's still around, but it's literally right beside Mount Vernon, where I'm from. Like, if you know where Mount Vernon and Yonkers is, it's like right beside each other. And I grew up in both of those cities. So basically, the strip club is like in our backyard. So we're in the club, and I go to the DJ Suave. Shout out to DJ Suave. He's like, yo, shout out to my nigga Hood in the building. So I walked up, yo, shout out to Joe Budden in the building. My homie like, we looking around and shit. He like, Joe Budden? I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yo, see where that nigga at, bro. People where they at. I wanna know where they at. So we look over to the VIP and they over there. I say, yo, I ain't gonna lie, let's pull up on that nigga, man. Check his temperature and all that. So I'm with like one or two people. He's with like a guy named I forgot homie name. The dude that he's with, funny dude, man. He was always funny on Twitter. He's an instigating motherfucker. But he's with him on the podcast that he got. I forgot his name, but all right. So at this time, Joe was messing with this chick. Forgot her name. She was like a little young chick, light skinned Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, Kaylin or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Garcia, yeah.
So he's sitting down, and her legs. He's sitting down regularly, and she's sitting down like this way. So her legs are like across from, just going across vertically or horizontally, excuse me, on his legs. So I walk up to him. He ain't see me. I put my hand on his shoulder right here, me, real firmly. Hey, yo, what's good, man? He turned around and looked up. He like, yo, what's good? He tried to like get up, but I'm pushing him down. I put the pressure on. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He like, yo, ain't nothing, man. Like, and I contemplated. I'm not gonna lie. I really contemplated. I thought to myself, I'm like, yo, should I snuff this nigga? Yo, should I punch this nigga in his face? And I thought about it. I thought about it before I even walked up to him. I'm like, should I just snuff him? Because if I snuff this nigga right now, this shit gonna go super viral. You know what I mean? So I had to think about it. I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna do it. Because if I snuff him, he with Shorty right there. And if I snuff him, I'm gonna have to snuff both of them. It's gonna have to be like a snuff off. I'm gonna have to hit him, and that shit gonna have to lean over, hit her, and then the security behind it and all that. It's gonna be a scuffle. So I'm like, man, let me take the other route. Let me just talk it out. So we talking. He moved Shorty leg and all that. I let him get up. He like, yo, what's good? He's like, what you doing here? I'm like, what I'm doing here? I'm like, nigga, what you doing here? Like, this our backyard, fam. Like, you know where you at? He like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, nah, that's all good though, man. We ain't even on it like that. So we chopping it up. He like, yo, I just want to let you know, like, on behalf of like me and Royce, yo, bro, like we know, how it feel. I mean, or how it is to be blackballed. You know what I mean? He like, we already know, bro. Like, so that shit ain't even about nothing. We ain't on no shit like that. I'm like, bro, it's all good, my man. I ain't even like, that shit ain't that serious, man. You feel me? Whatever it is, I don't know what the hell y'all got against me or what the hell, I know it's all jokes, but I said I ain't sweating that shit. I ain't tripping at all. So like, all right, cool. He like, where you gonna be at, man? I'll buy you a drink or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, I don't need no drink, but I'm gonna be over here. You know what I mean? And we kind of like dapped each other up. And this man that I'm talking about, he was like in the corner looking and shit. I'm like, yeah, you got your man over here, the funny guy and all that on Twitter and shit. And I kind of like, and he laughing and shit. And I kind of like walked off after that. But me and Royce talked on Twitter. And I was like, Royce, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You a funny nigga, man. Like you said, I got the shotgun barrel nostrils and all that. I said, you know what? I said, I give you that. That was funny. And that was funny and all that, Mr. Potato Head. I said, you look like Mr. Potato Head and all that, though, man. Without the hat, you take the hat off, you got the nose you can pull off and all that. I'm like, yeah, you look like Mr. Potato Head. So you laughing and shit. And, motherfuckers laughing in the comments. And, it was cool because it was just a friendly type of joking thing. And, we DM'd each other and I told him, I'm like, yo, dude, I respect y'all as lyricists, man. You know what I mean? I always thought y'all were dope. I never looked at y'all like y'all were whack at all, like none of these other niggas. Y'all actually some of the guys that that keep raw lyricism alive, and I always viewed y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? I just never got what the hell the thing with y'all and me was. You know what I mean? Like he like, man, look, he like, man, as a man, I apologize, man. He like, I was on my drunk competitive shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was just in a different space, and I respected it. And you know, from there, that was like really it. We spoke about doing something, and I was supposed to send him a few tracks from one of the producers that are under my umbrella, you know, for one of his projects or something like that. And that was like the last time I spoke to him.
That's dope though that you guys were able to squash that though, man. Yeah, because the last time that I interviewed you, I forgot to ask that question, and I was like, damn it, you know what I mean? Because Slaughterhouse is like one of my favorite groups, man. So then I was like, damn, you know, I really wanted to know like your thoughts on that situation.
Yeah, to my surprise, man, like I said, Royce is super cool, man. Like his whole approach, as far as like, I wasn't expecting him to apologize at all. Right? He actually did. I'm like, okay, wow.
Yeah, I know he really changed after becoming sober.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, he's like, man, I was just on my drunk alcoholic competitive shit. I'm like,